you don't know who I am, I'm Sierissa. I am a musician. I thought I would share a little bit about my process and how I got here. I grew up in a very musical household. My dad kind of played the piano growing up. My mom was always singing. I was always dancing. I picked up the guitar when I was in middle school. I would perform for open mics type of thing at school. They were like assemblies. The thing was though, every time I would try to get on stage, I would have the worst stage fright. I would be afraid of my voice. I was always worried that I was going to sing the wrong note. But at the same time, and I don't think I really shared this with anyone growing up, I would spend every day of my life thinking about being an artist. Multiple times a day, I would sit in front of the mirror and pretend I was being interviewed. Every time I watched any artist that I like, I would always imagine myself in their shoes. And it was really frustrating because when it came to it, I was way too embarrassed to sing. I never gave up on my dream, thankfully. I literally brought my giant guitar and my ukulele to university. I still did my best to post covers even though I was super duper picky and strict with myself. Every note wasn't good enough. Every single video I tried to make, I was embarrassed about. It took a lot of strength for me to even take one step, so I never felt like I could go further than what I was already doing. And I carried a lot of shame about posting my voice, showing off my face, showing off who I was. It made me feel embarrassed to be seen. I have a lot of love for that version of me. I did as much as I could with what I had back then, which was a fried nervous system. But I took a couple years to myself and I really focused on healing. As I continued to heal, I realized that I was getting more and more brave. I would look for more and more opportunities to sing in front of my friends. I would write music in my bedroom. And of course, once you take action, the world kind of starts to reflect what you're doing with yourself. I was auditioning for a record label. I would meet other people who were musicians. I would meet other Indonesians who were trying to make it in the American music industry. I believe that everything I receive in my life is a call to step forward and get closer and closer to my authentic self. And I do believe that my most authentic self is Sierissa. And I wanted to share that. Number one, to say thank you to myself for taking all of those little baby steps. And I also really want to encourage you guys to take whatever small step to go towards your dreams, because it's never too late. I thought I was going to get my big break when I was 16 and it was going to change my life. I'm 25 now. I have the rest of my life to live out my dreams. I really believe that I can, and I believe in you too. Love you.